unless you're going to go in there and let her punch you without you punching her at all, without you trying to win at all, without you competing. You just want to be a punching bag, unless that's what you talk about doing. Here are the scenarios.
Claressa Shields got a real big problem, as Alicia Baumgardner is apparently going to press charges on Claressa Shields for assault.
Yeah, I think it's important to give a young woman advice to know what it is to stand in power, what it is to trust your power, what it is to be still and to follow through when things get hard, when things don't seem to go your way. I think it's important to really mentor the same way I was poured into somebody else, because it really goes a long way.
What does this mean moving forward for both fighters? One, Claressa can't go to MVP events anymore, but seeing that MVP controls like a huge swath of the top female talent, it might make it a little harder for fights for her to get made if they go ahead and decide to work together in co-promoting a fight, or one of their fighters that Claressa wants to fight when she moves back down divisions. I believe her last fight has been at 175 and heavyweight, if I stand.
Imagine working your whole life to become the best in your sport, only for drama outside the ring to get more attention than your achievements. That is what seems to be happening with Claressa Shields and Alicia Baumgardner. Reports claim that Baumgardner is considering whether to file assault charges against Shields, and the news has sparked heated discussions among fans. Some people believe the situation is being judged too quickly, and that confrontations are rarely simple, especially when both sides are involved. Others feel the focus should shift back to sportsmanship, encouraging young athletes to stay confident, control their emotions, and handle difficult moments with maturity. Many believe this ongoing dispute could affect both fighters' reputations and future opportunities if it continues to grow.
I don't want to rain on Claressa Shields' parade.
If this situation continues, Claressa Shields could face fewer chances to compete in events promoted by MVP, a company that represents many of the biggest names in women's boxing. That could make future dream fights much harder to arrange, especially if different promoters need to work together when she returns to lighter weight classes. Right now, boxing fans, fighters, and analysts are closely following every new update. Everyone wants to see how this dispute will end and what impact it may have on the careers of two of the sport's biggest stars. What began as a backstage incident has quickly become one of boxing's most talked about stories.
World star.
Imagine one heated backstage moment becoming the biggest topic in boxing almost overnight. That is exactly what happened after reports surfaced about an alleged confrontation involving Claressa Shields and her longtime rival, Alicia Baumgardner. According to reports, the incident took place during a major boxing event inside a VIP area. What reportedly began as a tense verbal exchange quickly turned into an alleged physical confrontation, leaving people nearby surprised. Within hours, social media was filled with videos, reactions, and opinions. Fans, fighters, and boxing experts all began sharing their views, making the story spread even faster across the internet. The situation also drew attention from several well-known sports personalities, including Stephen A. Smith. Although he praised Shields for everything she has accomplished in the sport, and acknowledged her place as one of the greatest champions in women's boxing history. He also discussed the growing controversy and the possible impact it could have on her career. As the story continued to make headlines, many people started wondering whether Jake Paul's MVP promotions would respond publicly or stay out of the situation. Not long afterward, MVP Promotions released a statement addressing the reported incident. The company explained that while intense rivalries and trash talk are a normal part of boxing, any alleged physical conflict outside the ring is unacceptable. MVP also announced that Shields would not be permitted to attend future events promoted by the organization, saying the decision was made to protect the fighters, the fans, and the reputation of women's boxing. The promotion added that the sport has made major progress over the past few years, and that situations like this could hurt that positive momentum. The announcement immediately sparked mixed reactions throughout the boxing community. Some fans believed the decision was fair, while others felt the punishment was too harsh before all the facts were fully known. Many commentators also pointed to the long-running rivalry between Shields and Baumgardner, arguing that their history made the situation far more complicated than it first appeared and ensured the debate would continue.
And Alicia Baumgardner, but agreed that personal disputes should be settled inside the ring rather than backstage.
Many boxing commentators agreed that the rivalry between Claressa Shields and Alicia Baumgardner has been growing for years. However, they believe their differences should be settled in the ring instead of behind the scenes. While trash talk, mind games, and intense competition are normal in boxing, many feel that letting emotions lead to an alleged physical confrontation outside a fight goes too far. Others believe the situation could still be resolved if both fighters handled it calmly and offered sincere apologies. Most fans would rather see this rivalry decided in an exciting boxing match than through ongoing controversy and backstage drama.
Like this, I mean, I'm kind of stuck. Listen, I love Alicia. I love Claressa. There's a time and a place for this at this event. You know, that wasn't it. That wasn't it, Joe.
Yeah, hey, Ocho, you know damn well she was dead wrong. Man,
Absolutely.
Hey,
Absolutely.
listen.
They've been going at it for a minute, Joe. They've been going at it for a minute.
But look though, in sports, what's the competitive edge if I got a person who is emotionally unstable? Meaning if I say something that's gonna piss you off, then I'm gonna continue to antagonize you, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But you don't put your damn hands on nobody.
Nah.
You know, unless we in the ring. But for you to haul off and slap that girl like that, come on, bro.
Yeah. That's wrong. That's wrong. I think at some point, and Joe, I think she's probably gonna issue an apology. She's gonna issue an apology once.
I
understand, Joe. I think it's some.
I gotta get what I'm saying.
But listen, they can't fight each other. We talk about two completely different weight classes. You know, two completely different weight classes.
Well, why would she?
I mean, Claressa said she'll go down, but Baumgardner gonna have to come up at least.
Yeah, that's too much. It's impossible to make that fight happen. I think Claressa is gonna issue an apology at some point.
Many boxing fans would rather watch Claressa Shields and Alicia Baumgardner settle their rivalry in the ring instead of seeing it continue through controversy outside of competition. However, making that fight happen is not as easy as it sounds because both athletes compete in different weight divisions. Although Shields has said she is willing to return to a lower weight class, Baumgardner would still need to move up significantly, making the matchup difficult to arrange. Because of this, many boxing experts are unsure whether the fight will ever become a reality. Some analysts believe the emotions surrounding the situation will eventually cool down and expect Shields to issue a public apology to help ease the tension. Just when it seemed the attention might start to fade, the story took another unexpected turn. Baumgardner released a firm statement, saying she believes the incident reflects a pattern of unacceptable behavior. She also made it clear that she plans to address the matter through the legal process rather than handling it in any other way, adding another layer to an already highly discussed situation.
People love Alicia Baumgardner.
You fucking with a married man at the end of the day.
Baumgardner is likable. She is very feminine. And most important, she is not messing with the married man.
You fucking with a married man at the end of the day.
On top of that, Alicia Baumgardner is one of the highest paid female boxers in the game. She is second to Amanda Serrano. the highest paid female boxer in the game.
Yeah, you fucking with a married man at the end of the day.
So when you see Miss Claressa Shields, the most accomplished fighter in the game, she gets mad as hell knowing damn well everybody loves Alicia Baumgardner. That's why she mad.
Yeah, you fucking with a married man at the end of the day.
And on top of that, Miss Claressa Shields is also mad that she is never gonna get signed to MVP, especially after what she just did.
Okay, Southpaw, it don't matter. Did I beat the best or not?
I got a right to my opinion and I stand on what I say. Claressa Shields.
What started as a boxing rivalry has now become a much bigger story than many people expected. Instead of staying on social media, the situation has grown into a serious topic across the boxing world. Fans and commentators are not only discussing the reported incident, but also what it could mean for both fighters' futures. Many have praised Alicia Baumgardner for her rising popularity, strong fan support, and success as one of the highest-paid women in boxing. At the same time, others are questioning how the controversy could affect Claressa Shields' reputation and future opportunities. Some even believe it may make it harder for Shields to rebuild her relationship with MVP Promotions. For now, the focus has moved beyond the ring, and the boxing community is waiting to see what happens next.
Claressa wound up there, cock back, bop, right in the mouth for some confrontation that they're having. Now, let me tell you what my thoughts are on this, because Claressa then doubles down and she puts out a tweet which basically says, yeah, that's what you get when you messing around, when you mess with Claressa. Get the taste slapped out your mouth. Something to that effect. I'll put it up in the graphic in the video. But here's my thing, man. This is great promotion. It's great promotion. It really is. I love it. It's going to be good for Alicia Baumgardner. It's going to be good for Claressa Shields. It's going to be good for their careers. Because you know why? Because ratchet sells. A few years ago, I forget when they put that term to rest, right? Where you just have scantily dressed women over the top with loud mouths screaming back and forth, man. You see Krishan Rock going through that in the fights that she's having with these people in these real life, dramas. I really think that, these people are starting to plan these things out because they're basically being podcasters. What do you call it? In real life, RIL podcasters, in real life podcasters, where like you see Alicia Baumgardner being filmed with, I think the guy's name is DDG, and she's doing live streams with him. She's in the boxing gym with them, right? They're kind of teaming up with with those type of streamers. You have Ryan Garcia, who you saw just last night, do a live stream with Tekashi 6ix9ine. They're dressing just alike, and you see Adrian Bronner running around with Dean the Great, and they're dressing alike. So it's just a big production that these guys are putting on, trying to get their name out there and trying to keep this conversation going, man. In this very, very, very how can you say, swamped media land. And the bigger a fool you act.
No matter whether an opponent fights in an orthodox or southpaw stance, the goal remains the same: face the strongest competition available. That confidence has always been part of Claressa Shields' approach. As the controversy continued to grow, Shields made it clear that she was not stepping away from the discussion. She shared her side of the story on social media, saying the situation had been blown out of proportion. According to Shields, Alicia Baumgardner started the verbal exchange, and she believes Baumgardner is now trying to present herself as the victim. Meanwhile, videos, reports, and online reactions spread quickly, making the incident one of the biggest topics in boxing. Fans, analysts, and content creators continued debating what really happened and who was responsible. Some experts believe the public disagreement has actually increased interest in both fighters and could help build excitement for a future matchup, even if it remains difficult to make because of their different weight classes. Others pointed out that in today's boxing world, athletes grow their popularity not only through their performances in the ring, but also through podcasts, live streams, interviews, and social media. With Baumgardner appearing on major online platforms and Shields continuing to respond publicly, many believe this rivalry has become one of the biggest stories in women's boxing and will remain a major talking point for the foreseeable future.
And love and breasts and titties, it's a sport, bro. Don't nobody want to keep hearing that. It's like we are in a year of 2021. If you don't know that women are in sports yet, I don't know. I don't know where you've been. But when you speak about combat sports, to men who cannot hit the pads better than me, to men who cannot punch faster than me, punch harder than me, to men who cannot beat me up, please do not tell me you don't like seeing women box in the ring, or you don't like seeing women in combat sports. What, you don't like seeing this up in combat sports because you can't do it? Because you don't know how to fight? That's what it all boils down to for me. I think that men who think that women shouldn't be in the ring fighting are upset because they cannot fight.
The connection between boxing and online entertainment has become stronger than ever. These days, many fighters work with popular streamers, influencers, and internet personalities to stay in the public eye. Training videos, live streams, interviews, and viral collaborations help athletes reach millions of people beyond traditional boxing fans. In today's media world, building a personal brand is almost as important as winning fights. Boxers such as Ryan Garcia, Adrian Broner, and other well-known names have embraced this strategy, understanding that strong online attention can bring new opportunities. Whether fans enjoy this trend or not, there is no doubt that entertainment and controversy now play a major role in promoting the sport. As the discussion around the recent controversy grew, many people also looked towards Stephen A. Smith because of his long history of public disagreements with Claressa Shields. Over the years, the two have exchanged strong opinions through interviews and social media. Shields has often responded to comments she felt underestimated women's boxing or failed to recognize the achievements of female fighters. She has consistently argued that women deserve the same respect as men in the sport and should be judged by their skill, dedication, and accomplishments rather than outdated opinions. Their public exchanges have become some of the most talked about debates in boxing media, leading many fans to wonder if those past disagreements are influencing the latest reactions to this ongoing story.
All sweaty and they all muscular and they're all laying on each other and you like that? But you don't like women fighting each other? Doing the exact same thing? Like, you would think you would want to see women do that. But that's what I'm saying, like it just don't correlate with me. Like if you like boxing, no matter who's doing it. No matter who's doing it. So don't say, oh, you don't like when women do it because women are so nice, so fragile. Dudes are so nice and so fragile. What? Okay, dudes got muscles. So do I. I'm a girl. You know? So I just rather people who don't know how to fight and don't know how to box just be quiet. Seriously. You just shut up. Especially if you don't know how to box better than me. For real, like you can hit the pads. Like I honestly seen Stephen A. Smith hit the pads. And that's why I think he don't like women's boxing. Because they got some women, a lot of them who, especially the world champs like myself, Katie Taylor, Amanda Serrano, a bunch of us who box better than him. So he may be a little offended by that. But that don't mean that you tell us, oh, you don't like women.
Claressa Shields continued to defend women's boxing, saying the sport deserves the same respect as men's boxing. She questioned why some people enjoy watching male fighters but dismiss female athletes who train just as hard and compete at the highest level. According to Shields, what makes boxing exciting is talent, discipline, determination, and skill, not gender. She also argued that people with little knowledge of boxing should be careful before criticizing elite female champions, adding that many top women boxers display outstanding technique and ring intelligence. As the controversy grew, the discussion expanded beyond the reported backstage incident. Some fans and analysts believed MVP Promotions made the correct decision by taking action, arguing that any alleged physical confrontation outside an official fight should have consequences, no matter who is involved. Others disagreed, pointing out that several well-known male fighters have been involved in public altercations in the past, but still return to headline major boxing events. This led to a larger debate about fairness, consistency, and whether the same standards are applied to every athlete. Meanwhile, social media creators added their own opinions, with some joking that starting an argument with an undisputed world champion might not be the smartest decision. As videos, reports, and reactions continued spreading online, fans remained divided over what really happened. Some believed the rivalry had crossed the line, while others felt the situation had been exaggerated. At the same time, interest in a possible future fight between Shields and Alicia Baumgardner continued to grow. Reports claimed the confrontation began with a heated exchange of words before emotions rose. Security was reportedly nearby as both sides argued, and the situation allegedly became physical moments later, creating another wave of debate across the boxing community.
I'm gonna beat your ASS because what if she takes me up on that offer? Then what? Y'all saw how she slapped that lady? That was the slap heard around the world. I'm talking about, no, you're teaching no! I gotta stay in my lane. I would have to say something like, I challenge you to an intellectual debate and exchange of ideas. So if y'all don't know what happened, Claressa Shields and Alicia Baumgardner have apparently been beefing online for a little minute now. They're both professional boxers. They end up seeing each other in person, and from the clips, it looked like it started off as regular boxer trash talk. Alicia was like, I'm gonna beat your ASS, and Claressa was like, beat who?
World star.
Now, mind you, there were people separating them already. Security, people standing around, the whole thing. Then Claressa allegedly hauled off and slapped her. Now, a lot of people are criticizing Alicia because apparently after everything happened, she said, get my lawyer on the phone, charges and press. Y'all have to understand, everybody don't fight. Some people press charges. Now, in this case, Alicia actually does fight. She's literally a boxer, but no, it does not look like she tried to fight Claressa back. She probably didn't want to get banned from all events over a backstage altercation. And speaking of banned, yes, Claressa is apparently banned from attending future MVP events now. But yeah, from a legal perspective, if Alicia does press charges, it'll be for assault and battery, maybe even with a deadly weapon, because Claressa, those hands can be fatal. I don't know, but I will say, a lot of people feel like if you walk up to somebody saying, I'm going to beat your ASS, and then they Uno reverse, you don't get to feel bad. But I do have a solution. As the judge in this case, I've heard enough and I'm ready to pronounce my sentence. Alicia, you need to get your weight class up. Claressa, you need to get your weight class down, and y'all both need to get in the ring and settle this properly. And I do think Alicia deserves one complimentary free swing. I know Claressa did not sneak her technically, but they also weren't exactly squared up ready to fight either. So that slap definitely came out of nowhere in my opinion. So I do feel like Alicia should get one freebie before the bell rings. Court is adjourned.
The reported incident has divided boxing fans. Some criticized Alicia Baumgardner for reportedly considering legal action, while others argued that everyone has the right to seek legal help if they believe they have been wronged, no matter what profession they are in. Many also suggested that choosing not to respond physically may have been an effort to prevent the situation from becoming even more serious. Reports that Claressa Shields could be barred from future MVP events added even more attention to the story, with analysts debating whether that response would be fair if it were enforced. Despite the disagreement, many fans believe the rivalry should be settled the way boxing is meant to be settled, inside the ring under official rules, not through backstage incidents or courtroom disputes. The situation has changed the conversation around women's boxing, shifting the focus away from upcoming fights and toward the ongoing controversy. What started as a private disagreement has become one of the biggest stories in the sport, raising questions about future opportunities, possible legal action, and what comes next for both fighters. Shields continues to stand by her version of events, while Baumgardner remains firm in seeking accountability. For now, the boxing world is watching closely, waiting to see how this highly discussed rivalry and its latest chapter will eventually unfold.